Now let's see different type of action agent. So we have seen what do you mean by agent, right? So agent is nothing but what is agent? So agent is nothing but the architecture plus program. Architecture is your hardware, program is your software. Now we'll see different type of agent available. Okay, this is the simple reflex agent. What do you mean by simple reflex agent? So this is one kind of agent. It is called simple reflex agent. These agent select action on the basis of the current percept. So whatever current percept it is getting, it is giving the action according to it. So simple agent will not take the history of the percept. Instead, it will just take a percept, and based on that, it will perform the action. So these agents select action on the basis of current percept, whatever percept or whatever sensor data it will receive just now, ignoring the rest of the percept history. Means it is not at all considering the percept history. For example, the vacuum agent, whose agent function is tabulated, is a simple reflex agent. So as you can see in this particular diagram, we have the percept sequence is available, right? So let's say this is there. Let's say A is clean, then it will go right. A is dirt, then it will start suction. If B is clean, then it will go left. If B is dirty, it will do the section, right? So these are nothing but the percept that it has right now, and based on this particular percept, it has some sort of actions. So the simple agent, this is the example of simple agent we have, okay, and which will have the current percept, and based on the current percept, it is doing some sort of action. So till now, which I have drawn the line, is nothing but the example of simple reflex agent, which is not going to consider the sequence of actions, which are not going to consider the sequence of actions. Okay. Okay, so the agent function and then the agent program that we have already known this particular thing will not. Let's go into simple reflex agent. So as I told you that we have the current percept, and based on the current percept, whatever the action is defined in the table, it is working on that. Okay. So the agent program for this agent is shown. The agent program for the simple reflex agent is the two-state vacuum environment. So for that algorithm is given. So this is for the vacuum agent or the cleaning agent. So what it is there is the reflex vacuum agent, and what it is taking the location means whether it is there in A room or B room, and what is the status. It is status means it is a dirt or it is a clean one, right? And based on that, it will return an action. So if status equal to dirty, then it will return this section. Else if location A, then return right. Else if location B, then return left. So what are the different thing it is doing is returning means this is my action. These are nothing but my action. And this is nothing but which I am making the logic of it. So what are the logic? Logic is if I am in the location A, or I am in any location, location A or location B, if it is dirty, then what we have to do? We have to perform the suction, right? Else if location A, then written right. So what it is saying that if it is not dirty, if I am A and it is not dirty, means this is clean, then I have to go right. Right means I have to go to room B. If I am in B and if I am in B and if it is clean, then I have to go left, right? Now in that, if I got dirt, let's say if I'm B, if I got dirt, means if I'm either in A or B, if I get dirt, I have to do the suction. If A is clean, then I have to go right. If B is clean, then I have to go left. So with this particular logic, I'll provide into the agent, and this agent will work accordingly and do these particular actions. Okay. Now let's see the simple reflex agent architecture and how it look like. Some processing is done on the visual input to establish the connection. We call the car in front is braking. Then the trigger some established connection in the agent program to the action initiate braking. We call such action to condition action rule, written as if the car in front is braking, then initiate braking. Now what it is saying that it is saying what I told you is simple reflex agent will work on the current percept, whatever the current percept it has. So let's assume that we have the autonomous car, and in the autonomous car, if in front of my car, autonomous car, if somebody is start brake or somebody is starting braking, then what will happen? Then you all know that the tail light, the red tail light will blow, and based on that, the camera will see that, and if the camera will see that, then it will find out the meaning of it with the program definitely. So if the red tail light is on, it means that somebody in front of me is braking, and if it is braking, we have to stop. This triggers some established connection in the agent program in the action. And what it is the action? We have to initiate the braking. So we have to initiate our braking and that particular action that we have to perform. This such type of connection between this particular condition and the action is called condition action rule. And this condition action rule is defined into the agent in terms of the table. In terms of the table, this condition action rules are there. So if we'll try to understand the simple reflex agent, so the simple reflex agent, first of all, it works in the current percept. And whatever percept it has based on the sensor data, it will concern the condition action rule, which is nothing but some sort of table it has, and this particular table will have defined the actions, the percept and related action to it. So that is there in that particular table. So if somebody is in front of me is braking, so what are the action that we have to perform, that I'll perform. So in this environment, you can understand that from the environment, the sensor will generate the percept or the sensor data. What the word is like now, and this data, it will compare with the table, and the condition action rule will give some rule, some action. And this action, what action should I do now is be there, and this action will be given to the actuator, and the actuator will actually perform that particular action into the environment. So this is how the sequence work related to the agent. And this is the example of simple reflex agent. The simple reflex agent, it act according to the rule whose condition matches the current state as defined by the percept. So it act according to the rule. So whatever rule is defined. So rule is nothing but in short of some sort of table. If the current condition will match, then we'll find out the rule associated with that, and the current rule will be given to the actuator to perform into the environment. So this is the simple way how a reflex agent will work. Let's try to understand its algorithm, which is there defined here. So the simple reflex agent, what it is taking, it is just taking the percept. Just taking the percept means sensory data. And there is some rules, a set of condition action rules are there. So as I told you, the rules are nothing but in the form of table. We have the percept and the action related to it. So what we do is we interpret the input based on the percept. So we'll try to understand what the input is based on the percept. Means let's say somebody is in front of me is braking. It means the tail light, the tail red light will blow. That tail red light is blowing, and that I am putting in some sort of interpret action, input action, and this function, this interpret input function. By using it, it will find out what is my state, and this state will compare, will match into the table. The state will be compared with the table and find out the rules. And what is the rule? Rule is nothing but some sort of action. This rule is nothing but some sort of action, and that action will be returned as the output. So this is an algorithm related to the simple reflex agent. Okay. So here we have only the input as a percept. We have some sort of table which will tell me that how will match this particular percept with the action, this particular percept with the action. And based on that, that action will be returned. So it is a simple agent which is called simple reflex agent.